Welcome back to Nickton Gaming's Shooter 5th edition, not 5th edition, but the 5th installation of the Shooter Unity course that will be presented on my YouTube channel. And as we left off, we were just about to work on assigning our bad guys. Now, before we get started on assigning our bad guys, really quick, we actually want to go back to our Unity. This may take a while for you to load if you've been saving a bit, but we'll create a new script inside of our Assets Scripts folder, and this will be called the Bad Guy Controller. But as always, feel free to name it whatever you want. Now, in our Bad Guy Controller right now, all we want to do is make a public float speed. Save it, and we'll get back to our bad guy later. Okay, so now in our assigning bad guys, we want to create a random X position. This is left to right. So I will name this float rand x equals random dot range of 0 to 100, because I find 100 is a good range for it. Then I will create a random z position, which is distance from player. So let's say float rand z equals random dot range of, I find putting them from 75 points away to 150 points is just perfect. They take enough time to get to the player so you can turn and shoot at them. And then we want to create a random speed for the bad guy, so they are more interesting and they move at different speeds. And of course you may want to change all of these, but that's up to you. So we'll say that this is a float rand speed equals random dot range of, I like 0.5 f to 1. And finally, let's set the position. So we'll say bad guy dot position equals new vector 3 of rand x 0 rand z. Then we want to return the child to its parent, so we'll say bad guy dot get child at 0, because there should only be one child, dot local position equals vector 3 dot 0. And finally we want to set the speed. To do this, we need to say bad guy dot get child at 0 dot get component. Well, I suppose we could do get component in children, but oh well. And we'll say bad guy controller, and here's where the speed comes in, because we say dot speed equals rand speed. And looky there, we have now completed our bad guy controller, or our check bad guys. And we have our main things done. We want one more quick method called, this one needs to be a public void of bad guy defeated So this will say calls when a shot touches a bad guy, increases score, updates score text, and may boost bad guy count. Okay, so first let's add to our score. So score plus plus. If you want, you can have a bad guy score. So you have different types of bad guys, but that's up to you. And then I'll say if score is greater than the next bad guy boost, then we want to say the max bad guys is +1, so plus plus, and we say the next bad guy boost is multiplies equals 2, so it's doubled. So 5 becomes 10, not doubled, multiplied by 2, yeah, doubled. Yeah, 5 becomes 10, 10 becomes 20, 20 becomes 40, keeps us from getting flooded with bad guys. And then we want to update the text, so we say score text dot text equals quotation marks plus score, and that's our bad guys defeated. Let's toss all of these into a region. So let's say region handle bad guys, and of course we need to type end region at the end of that region. Let's create some space for our next one, and now we just need a few more methods. We need our game over, restart, and quit. So I suppose these will be hashtag region control methods. Okay, so let's start with quit. That's easy enough. So public void quit. Oh my, oh my, oh my. There we go. And this will just be application.quit. And let's say closes the application, and we'll say does not work in testing. So this will only run in production. So closes program in production, or minimizes screen on Android. Okay. We also want a public void reset, and not reset, let's say restart. Reset's fine. I like restart better. Restart. There we go. So to restart, we want to make sure that the cursor is locked again. So cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot locked. So we say hide the cursor. Then we want to say the game active is true. So we'll say turn on the game. Then we will say game over screen dot set active to false. Turn off game over screen pretty self-explanatory, but still nice to add comments. Let's say reset score, so we say score equals 0. Reset score text, so we say score text dot text equals plus score, and then we want to reset the bad guy boost, so reset bad guy boost, so we say bad guy boost next bad guy boost. We'll set that back to 5, and then we'll say / reset the maximum number of bad guys, so we will say the max bad guys is back to 1. And that's pretty much all we need to restart the game. So resets all of the variables and starts the game again. Does not clear lists to save on processing power. Okay, never good to create and destroy children a lot, as fun as that sounds. And then we want to say game over, so public void game over, and this is called when the game is over. Okay, so we need to release the cursor, so we will say cursor dot lock state equals cursor lock mode dot none. Then we'll say turn off the game, so we will say is game active equals false. This means the update does not run. And then we need to turn on game over screen, so we will say game over screen dot set active is true. And that's pretty much it for these methods. So as always, thank you for watching, and I look forward to having you join the next video. Goodbye.